All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda, and I'm back. So again, I don't know. We got all these things going on here with the red hair, the red this, the red that. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. But I know, okay, is that for some reason society, right, and some people or powers that shouldn't be would rather observe, crucify, right? Silence, cull the energy of chosen ones or the elect, right? So again, I don't know. There was something about like community, church, in anything to do with even religious aspect of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensing things here. I mean, I feel like there is some amount of a level of you would have to say respect because even though it goes unsaid, right? Because of certain things. But with that comes it's almost like persecution and execution, right? This is the energy I'm getting. I pulled some cards right before this. So, right? The whole energy of I think we were talking about the yellow brick road or something the other day, right? So we're talking about Dorothy, the red slippers, right? The wicked witch, you know what I'm saying? Was watching from a distance, right? She had her monkeys, right? Her wild monkeys or her militia at her beck and call. So it brought me back to the energy of the whole thing. Like I said, where I feel like I see past life connections with certain female entities. There's some kind of conflict, there's some kind of something, there's some kind of claim being laid, or there's something that, like I said, it's all about, all with me, it's all about cutting off from society, cutting off from social media, cutting off, like, again, everything has to be limited. They're really putting the squeeze, and maybe that's what this noose means, right, that we picked up. They're really putting the squeeze. And even if not, they will let it be out, but it has to be in the manner of how people, they got to be in control of the algorithm, right? Or they got to be in control of the whole narrative, right? Picking and whatever, what could be squeezed through the pipelines of social media and whatever. Okay, right? We don't want people like this getting too out of hand, right? Right. So you see people freaking out, and I look at this in two different ways, especially when it comes to like people like Sharpton coming back up into the news, and we got to handle this. We got to do, because you see the point of the group of people that I'm pointing out in the media. They don't think that they never had nobody speak to them like this in the media about what it is. I can read these people's energy. We can read and look at their works over time. Some people are very upset because we have been able to usher in things and in different points of view and state them how we want to, the best way, and again, I try to be respectful with my message here, right? But I feel I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got nothing to do with that. It got to do with, again, just being honest. If someone like a prior president, I'm going to stop saying names, can say that they want to drain the swamp, right? We're looking at this ill here. It's the top thing right here on the thing, right? And I'm saying it's a whole bunch of snakes in my garden and they got to go. And they know it's time to go. It ain't even just for me. This is, what I'm saying? We dealing with source here, right? We dealing with that energy. That's something that's, even if it ain't, what I'm saying? Like I said, it's the ancestors. So it's just that enough is enough. Either you taking care of business or, again, you don't matter. You don't matter. Like, the whole shucking and jiving is over. This is why we ain't got nowhere, right? Let's see what this noose is talking about, okay? Right? So again, it's about putting that squeeze. Oh, this is the wrong book. Okay. It's about putting that squeeze, right? So I was just thinking about this whole energy, right? About putting the squeeze and everything. And then the ill, it came up again. Came up again today, but along with this one here, this what made me think about putting the squeeze on as well, and that this girl has been beheaded in a sense, right? And this is a very strange image, so I'm gonna have to break this one down. We're gonna have to read it, but there's a wolf here, right? And I don't know, foxes and wolves, red fox. I don't know. All that has just been, like I said. Sometimes I just see images of stuff, and it just, I don't know. Okay, and it just comes out in this way, and it's like, okay. So again, but you see the flourishing, you see the vines, the flowers, but also, she's not beheaded, but you know what I'm saying. Look, I mean, it looks like blood is around her chest and is dripping down. It's almost like dissected, or even just take, like I said, even like a Medusa energy I'm getting here, right? To chop the head off and still use it for themselves. So in a sense, I would say that's them trying to chop off somebody like my head, right? Give my essence to someone else and put them on a pedestal or a platform, right? So again, that's that transfer of that energy, right? See, because sometimes I feel like I'm in wolf energy, and sometimes it is that fox energy, right? Maybe that's what the red hair been representing lately. Trying to figure out how to maneuver, right? Right? And it's funny, I'm guessing maybe that's her body. Could be another part, I don't know. It could be somebody else's body, shit. I don't know. But I'm just saying, this is her body. This is a body, right? And that wolf is there coming up between these cards is kind of, a little bit whatever. But you know what? It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. So again, the ill is what lurks, electricity and dishonesty. All right, so again, we're about to start talking about these. We got the glove, which means money, status, and complacency. Right? Let's see. Which other one was it? Yeah, we didn't get that one today. The tree, wisdom, good roots, and connection. Okay. The noose, anxiety, threat, and self-sabotage. So again, like I said, that's that energy here. So it's like a self-sabotaging energy, right? And I feel like that's what I be in, right? But it's also in a sense like because the energy is like, no restraints. It's like, and I don't know if that's like the savage warrior energy, right? I mean, which is the same, that savage energy is the same energy, you know what I'm saying, that again, some of these people brought to the borders and built this United States on, like this sealed portion is talking about here. So again, people just, I just like to say that we have to separate me from what I'm saying here. This is a vassal, right? Being used to portray or deliver a message, right? Again, I say don't shoot the messenger, but you still do. So it really doesn't matter at this point, okay? All right. So we're going to look at a couple of cards or whatever that we picked or whatever here. And again, it's just like a whole sense of like, come on, man. I be looking at it like when it comes to some of these people, right? And I'm not talking about all the powers. That's why I separate them, the powers and the powers that be. I have respect for powers. I can read people. And that's the only thing that's different between maybe someone else that's on the outside looking in, and the gifts that I have, or some of us have. Like it's just something, and it must be the way that it's so prominent right now. It must be something why I talk, but I sometimes I just don't want to go all the way there because I'm trying to remember everything and trying to put it all together. I don't want to miss anything. And again, like I said, there's both good and bad to all aspects. There's always going to be two sides of it, right? And I try to make sure it's like a non-bite, or like I'm just going down the middle. I don't want to make it seem too far this way or that way, okay? But it's just like this. When we're on this camera, this is a freestyle, and I'm just trying to, put it all together. So if I'm unsure, but I'm like, if, that's just something, again, that I will have to discern through the rest of the day or whatever. It's just, it might even be a couple weeks before I get full answers. But again, I'm pretty sure some of you seers, oracles, prophets, and all this, the same thing happens for you sometimes, right? Okay, so again, right, there's been something about bees lately, right? And like I said, and I think we mentioned bees yesterday, like about that beehive kind of mentality, right? Or that hive mentality. That's kind of like in society, right, today. More so amongst those that are in elevated statuses, right? And the self-sabotage might be me. Okay, again, like I said, someone observing the energy and me coming at that energy is going to look at it as self-sabotage. Me, it has something to do with, what is it here, right here? Okay, let's see what the bees is talking about first. All right, because I just want to put all these together before we even go all the way in. Togetherness, work, and treasures, okay? All right. And I'm aware that there's energies around me that are always nitpicking and kind of come in to try to, make sure that there is that continued vilifying or whatever of my character, the assassination of my character, the vilifying of me because of the type of work that I do. When again, clearly, I'm just totally a different person than I am when I'm in this energy and in this zone. And it's not even clearly that I'm a different person. It's just like, this is what when you come to somebody for something, that's what you're coming here to possibly find out something or see something that you didn't know that you might want to take and investigate even further. So again, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. And it's going to look different to me than it do to anybody else, just like it's going to be looking different to you, okay? So again, I try not to be offensive to anyone because again, I love everyone. It's just, this is the work that I do. And if you can't separate that between me, then oh well. Okay, so again, so we have the Emily Dickens here, so again, remember all the other images that we've been seeing, because this is like a storyline kind of thing right here that we're doing, right? So we're using these cards, and I like to pull these cards, but at the same time, it's assisting with telling the story, with guiding, right? So again, it's talking about the soul here, and you remember what we talked about, like it's almost like the dirt is on her dress, or again, she's behind a brush or something, right? But it's almost like, her feet are in, where all the other women, okay, most of the other women, you can only see half of their body, okay? In most of this deck. But, she has the tree or whatever, she has some branches or whatever behind her, you know what I'm saying? And then she has the flowers of abundance on both of the hills or whatever on the side of her, right? And maybe this, you know what I'm saying? This some just made me want to say buried, right? Maybe this is her standing in her full power because, with her soul being the way pure, maybe, I don't know, was it? Maybe she was able to bury, you know what I'm saying? So again, that burying someone, even this, when we were talking about the two faces under the water, even that may be something, maybe she, in order for her to get that ill or whatever, like I said, maybe they had ill will on her. And she had to do what she had to do what she had to do. Okay? This is what I'm saying. All right? So, again, it looks like there's like a barn with some kind of rafters or something behind her, above her. Yeah, and she's sitting there with her black cat, and she got like all this abundance of like, flies or something around her head. So, I don't know. But it do seem like she's in a barn. Okay? So again, let's see. We're going to keep on looking at these cards real quick, and then we're going to move on into what I'm going to be reading here today. All right. So the soul, it says spiritual life, the inner world, the unknown. See, and that's what I'm saying. And I think that that's why, like I said, the surveilling could be, people are just intrigued as to what, we haven't been taught about the human, about our body or our mind or our, spirituality and stuff like that. So again, everybody's not out to do this, but I'm just saying there is certain people in certain positions that would like to see you not say another word, right? Okay. So again, 1830 to 1886, spent her whole life in Amherst, Massachusetts, refusing conventional religion and her prominent family's exhausting social schedule. She instead cultivated a unique spiritual and social life. She wrote long letters to friends and wrote in the garden. Look at this. These words are so small, y'all. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. She wrote long letters to her friends and worked in the garden and created strikingly original poetry about God, death, pain, and love. When Dickinson died, even those close to her were shocked to find her life work of 1,800 poems neatly folded in a drawer. Okay. So again, it's almost like things that have never been said, right? Even like the whole thing of a death, right? And even like me, right? Okay. I'm gonna come back later with some of the journals or whatever that I made, right? But just like even with me, lately I just been writing, and it's not like even just like a poem, it's not a letter, it's not a rap or any, it's just like me just writing some things, right? And it's just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be kind of light, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, I'm just saying. Because again, when you're a fighter, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. I haven't been like a physical fighter since I was a young person, but you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that I don't, still fight, right? So, or fight for the right, and not just for me, but, everybody, okay? So, okay. All right. So then we got the moon card here. Again, the moon always has some kind of, it's a mothering energy, right? But it's almost still like, it always has something to hide. There's this silent ambiance or something to the moon. But, even in the night, it's really bold and bright, right? And, where'd the book go? Okay, it's always like something about concealing or something, I feel, when we're talking about the moon, right? But it brings it's like mysterious, but there's always like a sense of some kind of intriguing enlightenment, right? And it's almost, even though, the moon can, I think it kind of sometimes knows the deepest parts, or the darkest parts of you, right? But then, like, I think about the moon and the sun energy and the things that we've talked about the moon and the sun. The moon can also, be feeling like it's overdone by the sun. You know what I'm saying? The sun is a stronger light, and so, I don't know. Like I said, okay, so we're gonna keep on moving here. And the moon, again, it has something to do with what it says: surrender, mystery, looming, change. So again, it also makes me think of Muslim energy versus Christian energy, right? We talk a lot about swords in the Bible, right? But then, the sword, or whatever that kind of blade is or whatever, that I feel has to do with, the Moors as well as, Muslims. But anyway, so again, this whole here, like energy of the doll, right? It says it's representing, and I told y'all this is a new deck. Even, like I said, even if it wasn't, I still probably want to look here. So again, an illusion, right? An old wound or childhood, right? So we're going to go into we're going to go into the story of Dorothy, right? And that's the thing. I mean, this doll energy as well, though. Make even think of an illusion, like, because I was just telling my daughter last night about my D baby. I was telling her she's not a doll, she's a person. We can't just hold her all. She want to play, she want to do things, she want to go with who she want to go with. It's not who you want her to go with, is who she wants to go with. You know what I'm saying? Because she was crying with her, but she wanted to go with me, and it made her upset. And so it's just like that whole energy of, you can't just put and you know what and I think and I got really upset with her because I noticed that she does this. And so again, maybe that energy, like I said, about the illusion or the old wounds or childhood, you know what I'm saying? And I had to be honest with y'all, because it's an open book on this channel. I do have something against restriction. I have something against constraints. I have always had respect for my elders. I've always had respect for other people. I always treat people the way that I want to be treated, period. I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? This just always been something. I didn't have to, that doesn't have anything to do with what I'm saying here. What I'm saying here is this whole energy of, I think it's like when I feel like society or groups come at me some kind of way or whatever, I think it's a mistake, because again, that's why I'm saying I'm not a little girl anymore. And these people hold the power, you know what I'm saying? So it makes me even think about not even me, but like other people. And then, that may not even speak out or want to speak out the way that I do, or my children or their children in the future. It's just like the last stand. It's the damn last stand. Okay. So again, like that, I don't like the fact of people trying to put somebody, like on a pedestal. Because like, if you even treasure something, if you think about that, when you treasure something and you put it up on a pedestal, right? Now, I guess it could be a sense of taking something from normalcy and placing it above, but really, it kind of, it disconnects. It disconnects, almost like how we can look at people in the political arena, religious aspect, high up in certain positions. There's a disconnect. Somebody took and put these people on some kind of thing, so we can't question what they do. We don't have no right to do this. We don't have no right to not agree. We don't have no right to, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to something that might be when you feel like their injustice has been done to you, right? So again, there's no way to fight back. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that feeling. There's no, you cannot question this, my authority, especially even when it's something just stinks so bad about it. No, you can't question that, and that I don't know, that bothers me, because ain't nobody better than nobody. Okay. And I think there's a detachment that happens where the people even if we want to look at it as, again, gods of this world, little g, okay, in certain positions, or just people, whatever, okay? They're trying to solve problems for people that are in now we didn't make up the caste and class in the sectors or sections. They did. But there's a disconnect between those people in heavenly positions, right? And then those of us that are at the bottom of the pyramid. There's more of us, it's less of them. They have the say so. You know what I'm saying? It just trickles down. Just put it right there. And it's almost like, because of what they're doing at the top, the blood is on our hands. And it just made me think about this image right here also. Because look at those dark hands of darkness grabbing on her from the top. It's almost like how I said, like poking the bear. That's how I feel like they be doing to me. Society or social platforms, right? She's got vines growing around. But again, look at the blood dripping down. And just like even animals remind me of, again, down here will be the commoners, peasants, and servants, or that energy right here. With that. animalistic nature or whatnot. So it's just like I said, a lot of things that's going through my mind right now. But I don't like people being restrained. I don't like seeing people hold people down. I don't like it. Not wrongly, like if somebody trying to harm themselves or something, you know what I mean. But I don't like nobody trying to hold nobody down or hold nobody back. Because most of the time, people don't even have a real legit reason why they're doing it. It's hate, envy, jealousy, strife, and all these things that we talk about in the biblical text. And that's just the end. Okay? So, or just like even, like people might feel you coming for they something. Okay? That's how I feel sometimes, right? So again, this was the first card that came out, right? Nora Neale Houston. Neely. It's the story, right? And again, this little thing got some, whatever that is in it, y'all my nails, but it's okay. It got something in there, but it's all leaking out, you know what I'm saying? And even I had picked the glove card too. It's funny how she got one of her gloves off. But anyways, and then she got this liquid or whatever coming out, and it's what is that, a little house? Maybe it's a little house or a little boat, I don't know. And a skull. Okay, there's like a little severed lizard hand or something, a satchel. Okay, just checking it out. Oh, but then there's the devil and another dark entity next to her. And then there's this rabbit, this hare, we're going to call it, that's jumping over her head. So again, it's kind of, the hare is kind of giving me kind of like a quick-witted, I don't know, I'm seeing something about time, but it's kind of like a quick-witted kind of trickery kind of thing. Because, like you ever been little, we used to try to catch rabbits. Yeah. So, I don't know, it's like a quick-witted, fast-moving something that it's kind of like it's playing games with you while you running back and forth trying to catch it, and it's going back and forth. I don't know, it just gives me that energy, like I said, okay? So we already talked about the soul, okay? And then we're going to save the rest for later, right? But I just wanted to get those, because these came out kind of like this. So I want to do these all together in a minute. And then these came out kind of like together, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at a couple things I want to read into, right? Because, no, just let her by herself in a second. Okay, I'm not. Okay. All right. So again, if you guys want to read this thing or whatever, this article or whatever, you can. I'm not reading the whole thing. What's going on? Yeah, the squirrels out there attacking the mushrooms in the yard. Okay. So again, it says the truth behind the Pope's ruby red slippers, right? So I don't know. This is some kind of old article from like 2018, but we're not even going to read through all this because I really, you could look at that on your own. What I wanted to look at, because it was just weird to me, right? Goes back to the Byzantine days. It says kings as symbols of bloody martyrdom. I mean, it almost sound like murder, but a martyr ain't they usually somebody that gets murdered? I don't know. Their successor, the Roman emperors, stuck with it. In fact, they became a standard high fashion accessory of aristocrats. If your shoes were red, you were somebody. Okay. So again, and let me tell you what was on my mind earlier. And this is what I'm saying. We were talking about colorfuls and color and all this other stuff. And then Dorothy, the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow. Okay. Hold on. Somewhere over the rainbow, right? Because what I'm trying to say is, for some reason, with all this, I don't know why Joseph in his coat. I don't know why. Mm, mm, okay. Then it says the delicacy of melon. Okay. I'm about to say melanin. Y'all. Okay. Oh, y'all see my little afro girl in the earrings. Okay, I'm about to say melanin. But okay, and it says, and eels boiled in wine. I said, what? I'm thinking, is we talking about what we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? Right? Because I'm sitting here looking at these red slippers. I'm sitting here looking at this here, this blood dripping or whatever, right? I don't know why I'm thinking about a masculine, right? And I don't know why I'm thinking about a feminine. And it's just this whole stepping thing because we're talking about shoes, right? It's just because it made me think about the brothers selling Joseph into slavery or putting him in the pit. And it's like, okay, see, did they sell him, right, or her? Or was it just a higher power trying to, take over and move into a position? And this is what I think about. And so, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, because it's giving me like child energy, like because we're talking about the Wizard of Oz, like child sacrifice. So again, we're talking about like this whole energy of parents and we're talking about some of us in our spiritual celestial form, maybe younger than what we are. So it's all like a still like this conservatorship energy, but it's almost like a punishment of something because of who you are. And it's almost as if this is something that is very energy really wants. It's like hmm, I don't know. I see bridges burned, toes stepped on, kind of like energy. I don't know. Like I said, like this is not, I don't choose what I'm saying here. It's just what be coming out, okay? So again, it says eels boiled in wine. So, we know wine mean blood. And then I'm just thinking, what do the eel represent? Because the Pope, energy is giving me a Godfather kind of energy, actually. Right? Also, this here, what they got here? Okay, hold on. Oh, I can't make it bigger. Oh, hold on. Okay, you see the hat? That hat. But this is kind of same like hat what I feel Selassie had. In some of his images. And hold on, but let's see. What was I just thinking about? Oh, again, it keep on reminding me, like I said, of the bones that's at the bottom of some of these buildings, in particular religious. It just make me think of it. It made me think about the red heifer, the holy heifer as well, because this is almost like look like, like even like a sacrifice, dude. And again, let's get this real. This could be a sacrifice from society and just somebody preserved into some kind of something. This could be, and this is why I just like to do what I say, like I'm saying what I'm doing. This could be cutting someone off from being a nation. This could be cutting someone off from a familial ties and things. We also know, and I'm going to tell you these couple things what I have right here, right? So again, even this hat here makes me think about the kind of fish, whatever it is. You see the hat, the gold hat over here. Okay, that made me also remind me of, is it the Nephilim or, the fish gods wearing the big fish suits or whatever. Okay, I don't know. It gives me that. It gives me that kind of energy. And it's so funny because I have been taking pictures of jewelry and stuff right here, right? This is crazy. See, I see, I don't know, I see signs in almost anything, okay? So you got like this cute pen right here, this watercolor soft pen, it's reminding me of like the vines and stuff around that girl that, it's just this innocence or whatever, right? And then the whole thing about the whole, fisher of men, right? And I'm wondering why I still have these. Well, sometimes I don't put stuff back, but it's been sitting here for like two or more days, right? And it almost made me think, like I said, like people in these high positions are not going to be like, what I'm saying, out there talking, like I'm saying, it made me think about, again, like I said, the people that's within our community, the plants within our community, and what connections do they have to these kind of things to weed out or to fish for men. And then when they do find them, again, the whole consuming of the copycat, doppelganger, succubus energy, right? And then taking all that and taking it all in and preserving that, and then also then giving it into again. And then we have this pen right here that's just been sitting here looking at me. And I'm just thinking like, it's got to be something about this red slipper energy. I don't know. Like, because, these is blood issues. I'm just thinking... Like I said, I just see it. I just been seeing red, but then also it has to do with the Republican energy. Like I said, that was in that image that we looked at the other day of the purple rain with Yeshua or Jesus or that energy, and then the blue and the red. So again, it even making me think about a scripture that says something about, although your wool or although your something is like this, I can make it new or blot out those things or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That kind of energy. Hold on, I'm almost done. Okay, so again, let's just read this real quick because I think this was the article that kind of put it all together a little bit for me, right? So again, it says that if she's crying. Okay, well, just leave her then. I would rather her stay asleep as long as she can before I'm about to be taking her back. But just close the door, please. I'm almost done. Come on, I'm about to go up. Yeah, okay, but she's gonna... Yeah, just give me a second. And let me finish this, please. Because I'm getting distracted now. No, because then you're going to be crying for me to get her in a second, and I want to finish this. Close the door. Come on now. I'm about to get dressed anyways. Just close the door, please. I just am. Close the door. I'm still recording, dude. Okay. So again, outside of Oz, red shoes have long been a potent form of footwear, cladding the feet of ballerinas, nobles, popes, pop stars. You know what? It's that "Isn't She Lovely" Britney Spears song also just came to mind. Yeah, that song just came to mind. Okay. They've ignited imagination. So again, we talking imagination like we just was talking with this card here about the doll energy. And that's again, it's like that puppetry or popistry. I don't know. That's just like that said the energy that I'm getting. Okay. So it says stirred tempers, garnered looks, both admiring and scandalized. Remember Nikki, I think, had the whole Pope thing, costume thingy. I don't know. And that was like a big scandal or whatever. But in the case of some cautionary fairy tales led their heroines to rather gruesome ends. Right? So again, this could be ugly. You see what I'm saying? But I already see, like I said, it's so sad because I see, I see, right, if people choose to do something, like if they want to do something to a righteous one. The thing that bothers me is, again, knowing that who they are going to bring in is going to be like that doll energy, right? That use the beehive and that energy, right? In order to decapitate. That's the word I think I was looking for earlier. Okay? Decapitate, right? Because again, we just telling a story here, right? And that whole energy behind the moon, right? Right? And this doll kind of got a Southern Belle kind of energy. I don't know. I feel like, is that representing the South, right? Because again, right now I feel like with the civil energy, spiritual warfare, right? That there's a division between that and that. That's just how I see it. Okay. So again, that Southern Belle kind of energy here. All right. Charm school. Because I feel that's what the hell it is. They done been to charm school. Not all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, my family from the South. I'm just saying, the ones that we talking about that's in our community as plants today have gone to charm school. All right. So again, the glove make me think about somebody wanting to keep their hands clean, pure, and white. So they smile in your face and they are very pleasant and kind to the eyesight. But again, there's always one that comes along that might be a little more pleasant and a little bit more full of something. And they don't doubt their worth. Why is this picture? They don't doubt their worth. These are the same cards from the other day. These two are facing me, so I'm just picking them up. Okay, and again, they forgive and forget. Right? Which makes me think about the connection to the family tree that I see. Right? To try and replace me. Let's see. All right. Smile in your face. And this energy even go back to that. Smile in your face. All the time they want to take your place. Oh, y'all seen that? Okay. And whole time, y'all seen that? Okay. All right. That's as crafty as it gets over here. All right. For those that think we dealing with witches. All right. So anyways, this belonging, right? And it's like, who do it belong to? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Who it belongs to. All right. All right, y'all. We're doing too much. So Hans Christian, again, the details, even when we go back to the red shoes or whatever, when we go back to, again, fairy tale energy here. Okay? Spinning the story of a young woman called Karen who covets and subsequently acquires a pair of shiny red leather shoes, which she wears to church. Her hunger for something as simple as eye-catching footwear is apparently so monstrous that she is condemned by an angel to dance herself to death. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying they want to take it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying you could do it if you want. You can do it if you want. But you know what? Recompense. Like, really, you could do it if you want. And that's what I'm saying. They could try it if they want. So I think that, like, that's the whole thing. Like I said, like, even with some of these, feminines and stuff like that, people can do what they want. They know they have a large crowd. They know they have powers that shouldn't be above them and with them and behind them and backing them. They know that, again, their agenda will be pushed forward full if they slaughter the red heifer of America, or again, that energy of, the American Empress. You know what I'm saying? So again, for me, like I said, it's torture already every day dealing with this society and these jokes and all this other stuff that's going on, this trickery. I thought trickery. Yeah. This trickery. That's going on here. Oh, we got a noose there too. Look at that. So it's about dancing through the... And again, some of us just don't, you know what I'm saying? Some of us, there's dancing, you know what I'm saying? Curtsy, and there's what we do. So again, I don't know, this potato look like it's bleeding because they put the knife in there. But like I said, there's dancing. Even if we can look at this as like some kind of something of society, or some kind of ballroom dancing, or some kind of what do you call it? Some kind of Southern Belle energy. It's different than what we do up here in the Midwest, in Chicago, and other places. So I mean, it's just different with footwork and percolator and all these other things. It's just different. Okay. So again, it's Agatha, Christine, and trickery. So we'll go ahead and look at this really quick. All right. Let's see. All right. Suspicion, deception, the missing piece. See. Why is identity here? Oh, well, yeah, okay. All right, so we didn't even do that one. Angela Carter with the blood, the identity. Investigating identity, roles, who are you? The feminist fairy tale of Angela Carter, 1940 to 1992, which draws on the story like Little Red Riding Hood and Beauty and the Beast. Our sumptuous tapestries. Didn't it say something about the whole thing about Jesus's tapestry? They wanted to touch it or something like that. Or was it tassel? Okay, I think tassel. Depicting sexual violent scenes ornamented with symbols of adjectives. She was fascinated by the performance of femininity, and her work often featured showgirls, trapeze artists, and dolls. Well, damn. Beauty and Little Red Riding Hood. Then that's the whole energy, like I said. Like, ooh, that's making me think about the divine masculine in me, right? And how I feel that. And it's gonna really like send me in the flames if this is what it is. Only because I really do care, right? And I know we're dealing with real life monsters on this plane. So Little Red Riding Hood, the energy of the wolf, her going to grandma's house and the wolf coming after her, right? And then she walking through the forest and everything alone. It still has a sense of like abandonment, or just like a child that is not being watched over properly by the parents, right? Because I wish the hell I would, okay? And then Beauty and the Beast, same thing. She was going through somewhere, whatever. She got, whatever that night, something happened, and then she ended up in the home locked away, But not, I mean, I think she was okay to go, but didn't, or, she was locked away at first in the dungeon, okay? Also gives me that Handmaid's Tale energy. And remember, they wore red cloaks in that as well. So again, with the trickery of Agatha Christine, suspicion, deception, the missing piece. Agatha Christine wrote nearly 70 detective novels, making her the most popular novelist in history, taking place in British aristocrat world filled with luxury. So again, there's that luxury. I think luxury for some reason kind of just popped up in my mind today. I know a lot of people probably, when I go here, we start just looking at things like this, I can't help it. But just like everybody else has come here with a message to deliver, this is what I'm saying. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And it just, they're going to try to do what they're going to do. And I think they're going to fail this time. And it just is what it is. All right. So taking place in the British aristocrat world filled with the luxury trains, handsome estates, and butlers. Her books keep the reader guessing about the truth behind their murders until the shocking twists are revealed. Okay, so again, that's that, right? So again, the fact of her hunger. And my whole thing is my hunger is for the truth. So if the truth, like I said, is going to have to, have a lot of snakes being removed out of the garden, then I think that's just what it is. Even though they're going to, and that's what I'm saying about we live in this upside down world where they want to try to decapitate the head of the people that are humble, the people that are here to help, the honest people, the truth seekers, those people, that's who they want to, vilify, crucify, you know what I'm saying, in this time. And it's just, like, enough is enough. Like, how long is going to be? How long is going to be? The horrible, okay, let's see. Monstrous. Wait, okay, let's see. The pair of shoes, okay, where's the church? Her hunger for something as simple as eye-catching footwear is apparently so monstrous that she is condemned by an angel to dance herself to death. And desperation, she has her feet amputated. Again, Jesus' feet. You know what they did to that girl in that movie? And Handmaid's Tale, one of them girls, remember they cut off her, y'all know what it is if you watched it. For religious reasons. They continue to dance, disembodied in those flagrant shoes, off into the forest. It's a horribly morbid story, full of unsavory messages about punishment of vanity. And again, is it punishment of vanity or punishment for telling the truth and finally putting an end to some of this evil, wicked, disgusting ways that have crept their ways into the fabric of our societies, our lives, and our homes, into your fucking soul. And you got these and they talk about everybody baby and all this other stuff, and that's all I see is a whole bunch of crying, just infants. And again, do the parents have to look down and say, oh damn, the children are running things, oh damn, the infants are running things, oh, they can't take criticism. Oh, there's sensitive words that we can't use anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, it just so, oh, it just come up through my, I just can't. I just cannot. Full of unsavory messages about punishment of vanity. So again, we talked about the smack on the face the other day. Stranded between the art and love, and also between two prissily controlling men, while dancing the lead role in an adaptation of the fairy tale. Among the numerous dazzling costumes, her ballet shoes are a perfect scarlet satin. Dance until her legs fall off. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to run me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I'm just saying, it's just like irritate me. It irritates me. Stop. Don't even ask me nothing. I'm not getting paid for none of this shit. And I'm not doing it for none of them. I do it for the people. I get up here every day, now it seems, to deliver this in little pieces for the people. That hopefully they take this with them and do something with it while I am still able to be here with a message, even if it's just one. They know not what they do. It's just what it is. Okay, filmic and folklore predecessors. Okay, so again, okay, ones that pay homage to both their filmic and folkloric predecessors. So again, it like I said, this is somebody else. You know, like I said, femininity transformation. Okay, red shoes seem to have particularly complicated relationships with womanhood and beauty, right? Okay, so again, sometimes they'll choose the beast, whether that's inside or out. Femininity and transformation, again, because you know what we already dealing with. You know what we already dealing with. Going with the wind, she's caught flirting with another man. It's a color that says stop. Okay. Again, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. To stop to who? That's what I'm saying. I can't. I just don't. You know, like I said, and you know what I'm saying. If it can't nobody else, ugh. Then that do make me the damn emperor. That do make me the king then. So again, Anaya's Nin, the subconscious. Now I know the camera just froze up and y'all not gonna be able to see it. Just trust what I say. Shit, it's funny because I just put on a pair of pants yesterday and I ain't wore pants in I don't know how long. Maybe that was a sign. That ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. So it says the unexplored, submerging, surfacing. So it's talking about the subconscious, and that's kind of like I said about kind of like how I said getting my memory back or something to that sort, right? Where things are starting to, you know, the messages are coming a little bit more strong and a little bit more, you know, all over the place because there's many things that are popping up through that energy in order to, you know, deliver, like I said, the message. Born to Cuban parents, Anais Nin, sensitive, magnetic, fashionable, was raised in Europe and New York. As an adult in Paris, she forged a fluid new literature of female consciousness. Much has been made of her erotica, but her chief artistry is in the non-lurid works. Nin's fiction and her masterpiece, A Lifelong Diary, wow, explore the fractured self, her complicated feelings for her father, and her psychoanalysis, love, and adventure of all sorts. All right? All right, so then we got the Justice card. And again, it's the thing is keep cutting off. So you're not going to be able to see the image, right? So again, I guess there's no really way of, explain, even though these would be really good cards to go into, to look at the imagery, because they're a little bit different than the other cards. I'm just trying to figure out what it is here, like I said. Because I can always feel like I can always feel the noose getting tighter. We'll say the cutting blade or the noose getting tighter, right? Whenever I do whatever I do, because they just paying so much damn attention. They just can't let one, you know what I'm saying? And that's what annoys me. And that's what everybody just better be ready for. Because if somebody don't like the way what you say or what you got to say, you could definitely be, you know what I'm saying, cut off from everything. And with everything going online the way that it is, I'm just saying y'all better be paying attention. Because let you slip up and say the wrong thing, then you're done. Fighting for yourself, your values, your community. And that's maybe why we picked that community card, but it kind of fell out and it was too many, so I went ahead and put it back, I believe. Yeah, I believe I put it back. So we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Okay. It says born in New York City in the West Indian parents, Audre Lorde proudly proclaimed herself a black lesbian feminist. As an activist and essayist, she was outspoken about racism, sexism, homophobia. In addition to these themes, her work is populated with mothers, children, sisters, anger, cancer, the erotic, unicorn, snails, eating dead snakes, witches, fire, and the importance of refusing silence, period. All right. So again, we have that. And then it's just funny too, because I wanted to go into this part right here about the red slippers, right? Because again, the Wicked Witch of the West wanted them. So again, that makes me think about a sacrificial kind of energy, like I said. All right. Because maybe that's why we was just thinking about yesterday. Remember when I said out of nowhere how the West was won? Right? The evil witch of the West. What I tell y'all about, and it has something to do with California. It has something to do with California. Even maybe it got something to do with the whole energy of the red carpet in Hollywood. But I digress. I don't think that. I don't think that fully. I see a powerful energy that be all up in my shit, I think, that wasn't invited. And they said the same thing as this other girl said the other day about they grew up around this stuff when it comes to, science and all this other stuff and got a degree in it and they parents and stuff like that. So, pay attention to shit like that. Pay attention to stuff like that. And they parents and shit is in certain job titles or, different things like this in society. Just remember what I said. It's okay when they point their finger at people that's on the television and in different things like this, and they say these things to them. But look at their fucking background and see what you find. Listen, and you'll hear it come out right out of their damn mouth. But we're dealing with peacock energy, which again brings me back to Bilquis energy. That's the last card that I picked, right? I didn't pick, but that was dealt. Also, that whole something that's beautiful, right? Kind of awkward, but beautiful, right? And has many eyes, right? Splendor, the divine, craving. And that's just what it is. We're dealing with the divine and we crave the truth. And that's what we want to know. And that's what we want to share with everybody. And if you don't like it, then you don't belong on this plane. It's just how I feel. And we still have the right to our opinions, don't we? Hmm. A scarlet letter. Gone with the wind. Let's see. Mm. Fertility and birth and cultures. India and China. Makes me think about a red dragon, actually, too. Sexuality, ministration. Okay, so again, I was, and that's what I was thinking about when I seen that image. Y'all, I'm sorry I keep on picking these up. But that's exactly what I was thinking about, but I was just thinking, what about the wolf, though? But then it made me think about that whole energy, like I said, of blood. Now, listen, a blood sacrifice, I'm just saying. I know we want to go straight to what's gruesome and what it is, what you think it is, right? But I also think, like, again, this may have something to do with sacrificing a member of their family to go in with a different bloodline, DNA, archetype. There's a lot of times when in folklore or other stories, right, where, there's these two that join and they may be of a different type of breed or something, but again, there's the benefits of crossing, so again, that's what I'm saying about some of your children, that we need to be protecting children. We don't need to let nobody have no more right. Well, you don't even realize when you get married and everything that you already signing over the rights to your children to these people anyway. We'll just say to people because we trying not to be getting in too much trouble. People talk about is it the collector, the whatever torial votes. But we already know that we just elect. The people have already been selected. So again, nobody is really your votes again. In that sense, don't matter. A vote is a vow to a God. If God ain't here, then who the hell we voting for? It's just trickery. The electoral. That's what it is. Okay. College. Okay. This made me think about sacrifice, like I said. And it seemed like that's what people been trying to do from the jump, especially when it comes to my energy. They don't like it. They don't like it. Again, I don't know if some of y'all sense it. It's a very powerful thing that's on this plane right now. And what they just trying to do is make sure they have a hold on society. They have a hold on every part of your life and every aspect of your fucking life and your children. Right? And sometimes like this has just got to be a big old play. This got to be like Truman Show 2.0. Because I'm just trying to figure out how people don't see what I see. But I see that everybody wasn't supposed to. But these people's job was to know who it was, where they were, and to keep a close eye and a rein on that energy so that they can be prepared when all the shit hit the fan. Excuse me. The whole thing about the menstruation, I don't know. It's going to sound some kind of crazy way, but I think that's like the most basic way because, people be dealing with, they don't know what they be dealing with. And sometimes they do know exactly what the hell they're dealing with. Who knows? But I'm saying, when it comes to fertility and birth and it comes to, again, the energy of the womb. And when it comes to, like I said, the energy of the way some of these feminine energies are keeping a hold of masculine energies and keeping them under sorcery and witchcraft and other dark things. I think if red shoes tell us anything about power, it is about where power comes from and what we think it entails, she adds. It has to do with the destruction and creation and who is the center of attention and the freedom to express and pursue desire, right? Okay, and of course it's about resources, since throughout much of history the people most likely were to wear red shoes were the ones who were rich. And that just tells you about some of these energies, I feel, that are the ones that got their feet. You see what I'm saying? Like, you already know what it means, all right? You already know what it means. Okay. Only nobility could do similar or flash the modern day. Okay. Because again, but what happened? What did the witch want? What did the wicked witch want? It just so happens there's a lot of them. What did she want? The damn shoes. And it's funny. She probably thought the shoes were going to do something for her. Once she got them. Matter of fact, here's those two images here. Okay, this is the one of the subconscious. And that's the thing. Like me writing stuff, is, you know what I'm saying, down now. It's like everything is emerging almost. What is this? Is that? Yeah, there go that shell and the pearl here. Wait, what the hell did that say? Hold on. Rep, I don't know. Red. I don't know. That says, it looked like it say red. REDD. All these eyes on here. You know, the dark shadow energy, kind of even lower and, you know, higher self, right? And then this is another one here, the one of justice, right? And they got all those eyes floating around in the water, you know, and then these, you know, lifeless bodies, right? And I don't know, is this supposed to be an owl, y'all? Or like a flame of fire, tree root owl thingy-majiggy, okay? But you got these trees behind her, all right? And we did get that family tree energy, you know what I'm saying? And again, she got this sword, right? So again, I don't know what she about to do with that, right? Maybe she's just chopping her way through those dark, you know, through these branches and stuff. Who knows? Okay? All right. So I think that's it, y'all. I mean, just like, you know what I look at this like a collage. It's a collage of things that we just talked about here. Okay? Even the red lipstick is talking about here. Okay? All right? Mesmerizing. Red shoes. Okay? It is a color that suggests lust, luck, passion, magic. It is a warning. Here lies danger. See, there's that succubus, harlot, whore energy. It just is. But then, you know, we dealing with red skin, right? So again, I don't know. Who knows, right? But is that also somebody sinking their teeth into the blood of the red heifer or the red skin or the, again, copper colored one? Luck, passion, magic. Here lies danger. And I wonder why. I wonder why. Because again, I'm trying to see if the lady in the witch wore red lipstick. I can't remember. It's kind of like that Black Widow energy too. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember the other day seeing, you know, I had black on the other day too, right? Excuse me. But I remember that one day that I went in on that video real quick just to see what was being talked about, right? You know, spirit just send me places, and that's just where I go, okay? And I can't help that people keep putting people shit in my feed, and then it just say, oh, let me see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, okay? And it says, it's a smear of lipstick. So again, that makes me think about, again, someone dressed in all black, red lips, you know, I don't know. It's almost like they sinking their teeth into something, and they can taste the blood already. And it's almost giving me that wolf energy here, right? We got the tree here, which represents some, we didn't look at that one, but, right? It's like this girl is being beheaded or taken out, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what? And I mean, I know that got to be probably her feet below, but some tell me maybe it couldn't be her feet. But I'm just saying, you got the wolf there waiting just to lick up the blood, to lap it up. Again, can't stop. You see what I'm saying? Just lapping it up, sucking their teeth into it. And you wonder how people know how people, they know so much personal things about people. It's almost like these people be, you know, dealing with your subconscious or your sleep realm or astral projecting or, you know, coming licking and sniffing on you and shit when you sleep. I mean, it's just weird to me. Okay? So again, you know, she got these branches. Look at that. She got these roots going through her legs. Look at that. And then something else is flourishing around it, and then they just ready to grab it, just ready to take it. Look at it, right? But again, we're dealing with the red fox. Maybe that's why that red fox or red something energy keep coming in. Got to be quicker than that. But I feel like they have all of the power, behind them of other forces and governing forces. But I feel like, again, we got protection, again, when it comes to those who are trying to do things the right way, or holy or elect on that side are protected as well. Hellfire and damnation, though. Dusty stage curtains, lacy underwear. This is what these people wear most of the time. Cartoon hearts and tantalizing apple. Ooh, what we got here? Why was someone telling me to pick up? Look. Even though I think this is a positive card in this deck. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So again, well, that's what these people been doing as well. Okay. She sliced the apple in half, but she, what I'm saying? I don't know. Did she let somebody else have another piece, or she ate the shit already? Let's see, because the PC is about to die. I'm going to stop before it messes up the whole video. Okay, so the tantalizing apple. And it's almost like, the whole Adam and Eve and her, giving me that Rahab energy as Eve saying, go over there and just do this with the tree. You know what I'm saying? And Adam fuck around, do something to the tree or take something from the tree because she just so damn greedy and so hungry and blood fucking thirsty. You know what I'm saying? That he do it, and then what happened, right? But we're not realizing that, again, that could have been that whole Lilith energy, the positive side of Lilith that I can see, right? Because there's, I think, a positive and a negative to both. And then again, now Eve is going to become the wife of Adam instead of Lilith, right? When really the woman, right? Is the woman Lilith, or is the woman the woman? Because not Eve that took the apple, I don't think. Or took the fruit. Okay, because there ain't no damn apple in the Bible. So we could just stop saying that. All right? It's a child splashing through the puddles of cherry bright. Okay, so again, we're going to stop because I know this is about to die and we're going to lose the whole video if that happens. But I think that's all we really needed to see. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group, American Aborigines Unchained, for more information or more videos, more posts about, again, alternative information, past, present, and future. Take care.